Hey everybody, I am actually in Oakland. This is the first time I've done a live stream while I was walking, and it won't be the last. And I'm not using my mic. Maybe I should have. Happy Friday. I normally don't live stream on Friday, so let me tweet this out. Here. Hashtag Raiders. There we go. Hosts. All right. Hey everybody. All right. Boy, I went from 0 to 11. That's pretty good. How you doing? All right. I'm in Oakland and walking down what was once called Broadway Auto Row. Hey, how you doing, Alessandro? Hey, how you doing? Hey, everybody, how are you? And how's everything going? It's a great day, isn't it? It's about, almost 5 o'clock, probably a little after 5 o'clock here. And, how are you? And so, the latest news is that, let's see, Octavio, I didn't get the message. Did you send a message or an email? Hey, Rick Rice, how you doing? You send Octavio, did you send a message or an email? Trying to find out if you sent a message or an email. Oh, Facebook. Okay, no, I didn't get that. I did not get that. I know that I was notified about the story, and I thought it'd be a great, hey Karen, how are you? I thought it'd be a great live vlog to talk about because, and then also, you can see some of Oakland, right? But also, according to Adam Candee, who's been the recipient of, it seems like, all the negative UNLV news that's come out of late. Have you noticed that? But the latest news, NFL Game Pass. Okay, Octavio, all right. The latest news is that the University of Nevada, Las Vegas has hired the beginning of the end, yeah. UNLV has hired Daniel Enos, I believe. He's of a law firm, I believe it's Herrick and Finn, but he is a sports lawyer. I've never, look, there are a lot of sports lawyers, and they use the term high power, and I don't, well, whatever. But they hired a sports lawyer who is assigned to negotiate on behalf of UNLV against the Raiders in the NFL, okay? On the matter of the joint use agreement. Now, this is big news because it's not so much that it's an indication that there aren't hurdles, that there are hurdles. There are, obviously. But that also the Raiders were crowing about the fact that UNLV's athletic director was a former Raider employee. And I was thinking, oh, well, you know what? That's about as, the worst you can have is to hire somebody who actually knows you. You know what I mean? So that was hilarious to me. I'm crossing 27th and Broadway. Hey, take a look over here. All right. That used to be a great late night place for restaurants. A late night restaurant there. There was actually three different types of restaurants over there. See that one? And this is rush hour. I've got people coming across and everything else. So anyway, it's a signal that UNLV is going to try to get the best deal it can for UNLV, and the heck with the Raiders. It's also a signal that the current athletic director that the Raiders thought was to their advantage, not to their advantage at all. Karen says, this is the greatest news I have heard all day. Well, it's news. I don't think it's bad or good. Right now, it's you know what? It's fascinating. Okay. Hey, Lovejoy says the heck with them. That's funny. It's fascinating news. Let's put it that way. the outcome is what I'm looking at, where this is all going to lead. And UNLV, I mean, look, let's put it this way. The one thing we can be sure of is the way SB1 is written, it's in UNLV's favor. And if that lawyer is as good as some people think he is, the Raiders are going to be flogged with it. You hear what I'm saying? Flogged with it. I mean, just, straight out flogged. Hey, sorry I missed your comment there. Let's go running. Let's go running Rebels. There you go. Steve Collins says, let's go running Rebels. That's right. But like I said, SB1 is the Senate Bill 1 that led to the creation of the subsidy for the planned stadium in Las Vegas, all right? So, let's take a walk over here real quick, see what's happening. This is Oakland. Take a look, folks. This is Oakland. Now that fire was over here, okay? Right over here. On the other side of the Audi building. There's a lot of, this is going to be a Hanover Uptown over here, it says. And there's another apartment complex going up the street. Home sweet home, yeah, right now. It's different though, you know, I gotta admit, I miss the wide open spaces of the Georgia country right now. I love, but this is home, you know. That place where you go every place and, you know, you see everybody you meet and know, right? So, this is home. The Audi dealership here used to be a Ford dealership. This one, you know, used to be a Ford dealership. Not anymore. Let's go down here. Anyway, my prediction is that you would say, why? The question is, why did they hire the lawyer? You hire lawyers when you, in negotiations, when you feel you're outgunned and you feel that the other side is more experienced than you are. And what kind of Audi do you have, Joseph? But you hire lawyers when you feel that you're outgunned and the other side is more experienced than you are in negotiations of this type. And so obviously UNLV feels that, otherwise they wouldn't have hired this attorney, okay? Also, I'll bet you that it's not just the Raider lawyers, but it's the NFL that's involved. And so because of that, UNLV is like, whoa, hey, wait a minute, you know, we need to shore up our end of the deal. Otherwise, we're going to get our hat handed to us, right? In terms of negotiations. So that's why they did that. But again, Senate Bill 1, among other things, for all practical purposes, allows UNLV to stall out the Raiders. UNLV is under no contractual obligation to come to a deal with the Raiders and have a stadium. They can let the Raiders slip. The Raiders go out of the picture and they still get a stadium deal, all right? So if this lawyer is worth his salt, he knows that, or he's going to know that within the next few weeks. And the Raiders are going to get flogged by that. Trust me. Absolutely flogged. Okay, folks, this is the site of the building that, the fire burned down. This is that site. See? That's the site of that building. Just so, this is called the Valdez area of Oakland. Valdez area. No, not the Ghost Ship. The Wood Partners building. It's called Wood Partners. Yeah, Wood Partners building. Wood Partners and Piatalk. Those are the people that were building it. And mixed use structure. And Karen says she doesn't miss the Bay Area traffic. Hey, vote. Those of you who just joined, welcome to Zinni 62 live stream. We're talking about the fact that UNLV has hired a sports lawyer and a law firm out of New York which has a New York branch, to negotiate on their behalf in the talks that are forming the joint use agreement for the stadium. And it's a big deal that UNLV has done it, because it's an admission that, hey, they need outside experts who are really respected, who are going to get them the best deal for them. Not the best deal for the Raiders, because the Raiders, to this point, have steered everything in their favor. And UNLV knows it, and so let's try to straighten it out. But anyway, as far as where I'm at, this was the building that caught fire 2 weeks ago. It's gone, see? This used to be a warehouse, by the way, with a set of restaurants over here. It may wait for that structure, all right? Anyway, that's what we're talking about. Now, as far as my prediction with this, my prediction is that this is going to make for a more contentious time. And I'm not saying it'll fail at all. No, I'm saying that UNLV will ask for measures that might cause the Raiders to threaten to walk away from the whole thing. Might, okay? So, Richard says, there was a building under construction across from West Oakland Bart that burned down and was never restarted. Yeah, there was, I understand there's a string of buildings like that have those problems. Oh, by the way, folks, I said that, I made a mistake. There's 2 buildings under construction here. No, it wasn't. I said that was the building, and that was not the building. Okay, this is just starting. This is called Hanover Northgate. That's my mistake. The building that burned down is this one. Okay. I'm standing at the corner of 24th and Valdez right now. And if you're wondering, Lake Merritt is in that direction, downtown is in this direction, and Berkeley is in that direction, okay? So anyway, this is the building, right here. Take a look at this. This is a reward. It's a $1,000 reward to catch the person. Look at this. See this? This is a $1,000 reward. Information resulting in arrest, restitution, or recovery of theft or vandalism of tools or equipment. No conviction required. Help us stop crime. Remain anonymous. 1-800-328-3921, all right, round the clock, okay? So that's for Anderson Construction, okay? So they want to keep everything safe. Rich, I'm... Oh my gosh. 24th of Valdez. So you've got this one under construction and that one. I get out of here. That's not good. Okay, so you've seen the site, and that was the scene of the scene of the crime. How long am I in town for? Well, until tomorrow morning, when I leave for San Diego Comic-Con. Again, or try it again. But the flight looks pretty good, so I should get on it. Then I'm coming back. Got a little dust on the lens here. Hold on a second. Oh, a little dust on the lens. Let's see here. Report for what? Oh, for Comic-Con? I've had credentials. Hold on a second. This is my 8th year as a member of the credentialed press corps at Comic-Con. So, but normally I'd be down there by now, but hey. Shorter trip, shorter stay this time. Okay? So anyway, this is the other side of where I'm going. Take a look. Ta-da. So as far as UNLV, that's my prediction, is that they're going to make it hard for the Raiders, and the Raiders might threaten the jump. Watch. It's going to be a different set of talks now. Quite different. Quite different. Richard says, I freelance, but I haven't had luck with independents. Oh, you know, I wouldn't go out. I'll tell you something, Richard. I wouldn't trust them, okay? SF Weekly, I wouldn't deal with them, okay? I would, at all. What I would do is, you know, really, look, we should talk. In fact, you've got a public, you've got a, you remember on my site, you know that, Richard. So, you gotta think, let's talk about it, because what you're talking about is 20th century media. This is 2017. This is 21st century, okay? You don't need to sign up with them. I'll work out a deal with you. Don't worry about that. Because I need the content, as they say. Oh, so where I'm headed now, if you're curious, I am now headed toward Grand Avenue. And this is the north downtown or uptown area. Take a look. Boom. Oh, and here's another side of the property. This is the Valdez property that burned down a while across from here, okay? Yeah, Oakland is growing. Oakland is growing. Yep. Oakland is growing and changing. That is true. Oakland is growing and changing. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, again, as far as Senate Bill 1 is concerned, the big deal is that UNLV can have its own personal seat license program, but get this, there's nowhere in legislation, I'm going to look at it again, that says that UNLV has to share that PSO money with the Raiders. PSO money is normally done to pay for construction, but this time it's set up apparently to allow UNLV to make its own money on top of the Raiders, and I can't imagine the Raiders not trying to take issue with that, knowing the Raiders as I do. And the other question is it, does either party have a pro forma to really calculate as they go along how much money either UNLV or Raiders will make depending on how the joint use agreement is structured? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, Oakland's a beautiful town. It really is. You know? Beautiful town. Has suffered under institutional investor racism for decades, and now that's, you know, for the most part worn off, and now you've got structures like this one at 100 grand. So yeah, have a look at what I'm talking about here. See, have a look at it this way. Oh, you don't miss the earthquakes? Huh. Yeah, it does. Oakland has spent its modern post-war life trying to get out of the shadow of San Francisco. But Karen, you're right. I don't enjoy the earthquake situation either. But yeah, that's a book unto itself about how Oakland has tried to get out of the shadow of San Francisco. It really is. Hey, for those of you who just joined Zenny62, welcome. We're talking about UNLV and the joint use agreement. No, we haven't had a big one in a while. And I'm walking around Oakland as I talk, and UNLV has hired a high-powered law firm to help negotiate the joint use agreement against the Raiders, right? And so the question is, what kind of impact is that going to have on the progress of the stadium toward finishing the stadium overall? My prediction is that, you know, it could make it tough for the Raiders. The Raiders might say, hey, you know what? They might saber rattle a little, threaten to pull out of the deal. But here's the thing, UNLV is in the driver's seat. If they threaten to do that, UNLV could say, fine, we'll take over, and they'll get the money. So, hey, I'll see you, go Warriors. Have a good one, okay? Hey, this is Izzys, by the way. This is a steakhouse. See that? Izzys. I'm not going in Izzys. Especially since Pecan closed, now it's a big deal, you know? Pecan is another great restaurant. Anyway, I haven't eaten here yet. So what does this say? I missed that one. I'm sorry. So at any rate, yeah, that's my prediction. So, oh, by the way, if you want to invest, please, I will go through Super Chat. Oh, this is another cool place. This is called Loring, by the way. See? Loring. Loring's a decent place. They've got nice seats out front. See that? Every place else, they have nice seats, and they've got good coffee and tea, and so does Farley's here. Farley's East, which looks like it just expanded. Yeah, it did. Farley's just expanded, folks. I've been gone a while. I've gone 3 months, and Farley's expands. This is Farley's Coffee right here. So the 3 months I've been gone, it expanded. Pecan's closed, which is over here. Over there. All right, that's closed. Ozumo over here is supposed to be something brand new. Okay. This Torpedo place is a good place to get sushi. It's Torpedoes, okay? So I am going to get a cup of coffee. Hey folks, let's do this. It's 32. Let me see. I'm gonna go and get a cup of coffee and come outside. Hold on a second, folks. Yeah, don't go anywhere. Hold on. Napkins. Yeah, got them. All right. So I'm gonna find a place to sit, and I'll be all right. Again, find a place to sit. Right here. I'm gonna find it where. Okay. Whoops. All right. So, anyways, I was saying. Let's see here. Be careful with the sugar. Oh, I'll keep that under advisement. As I was saying, the main problem with the negotiations and the joint use agreement is the Senate bill. And Senate Bill 1 is structured in such a way if the Raiders talks don't go well, the entire UNLV can ask to basically take over the stadium construction matter and move forward. Now, if these talks, so CHS, yeah, Richard's still stuck on the sugar thing. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, Richard. Oh, by the way, speaking of such things, hold on a second. I want to do this while I got it in mind. I can't seem to do that on. Oh, at PayPal, I am Zenny at sportsbusinesssims.com on PayPal, or Super Chat if you just want to do like Richard does or someone and offer an investment. It'd be fantastic, but still taking investments. But I like this. This is really cool. It's a little warm outside. I was thinking going inside to sit down, and I still might do that. Am I going to? I did. I went to Cal for my master's degree in city planning. You know, it's a little hot here. I'm gonna go inside. Hold on a second. See if I can go inside someplace where it's not. Right here. Go inside. Right there. Oh. All right, that's better. So anyway, I went to Cal for a master's degree, and I went to elementary school here, went to high school at Skyline, went to junior high school at Bret Hart. Yeah, a little anti-bit noise. Is that what it says? Wow, I like this. This is the new Farley's. Like I said, the old Farley's was this big. See this? It was that big. The new Farley's, take a look. Ta-da. Take a look. Yeah, I went to Bret Hart Junior High School. in here in Oakland. I sure did. Then I went to Skyline High, and then I went to school at Texas Arlington, and then So UNLV doesn't have a fan base to fill up a small arena. Hey Daryl, not only does not UNLV not have a fan base, right? But the Raiders version of the stadium is too big for UNLV. Okay. And the other question is, will UNLV be able to afford the per game cost that's going to be heaped on them? And will the PSL revenue be enough to cover that? Or are the Raiders going to take that from them? That's the other question, right? So keep in mind, I can't see all of your comments this way. I don't have my laptop. If you put like $2 in the super chat, I can see it'll stick up there, whatever your comment might be. Daryl Jackson says yes, Zenny, yes. Thank you. I can see that. I can see that. He said big letters. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Yeah. I mean, look, UNLV, anyone running the numbers can tell that UNLV is biting off more than it's capable of chewing with respect to the Raiders Stadium. Okay, that's just obvious. Okay, it's just obvious, and it'll be interesting. I wonder if anyone's polled the alums to see what they say about this, right? And I'm sure they're all for UNLV having a new stadium and the Raiders, but I can't imagine they would want to mortgage their future over this. I just can't see that at all. So I just can't see that. So at all. I can't see it. So let's see how this goes, with the Raiders. But again, that's my prediction, that the Raiders may make this a sign that they're going to but they may make it difficult and say, okay, now we're going to bail. It depends on what UNLV does and their attorneys, through their attorneys. It really depends on all that. It really does. It really does. 75,000 in Oakland. That's right. Daryl Jackson said it. 75,000 in Oakland every Black Sunday. That's right. But again, the UNLV situation is just too much. So what if the Raiders are being difficult on purpose to have the reason to back out without losing face? I think that's a great point, Richard. Richard Act says, what if the Raiders are just simply being difficult as a reason to back out? That could happen. Say asks, why hasn't Oakland come up with a plan to have the Raiders fall back to? That's a good question. The Raiders, the city of Oakland's problem is basically lacking the will and the initiative to complete big projects. We need a large event center without question. Okay, we really do. So that's a very good question. I know that if I were mayor, which I am not, and don't see myself running right now, although I'm still thinking about it, that's what I do. Mr. Mills says, wouldn't the Raiders need to be talking to the Oakland if that was the case? Yes. In secret. Do you think the pharma company is basically the pocket of the mayor? No, I don't. I don't think the pharma company is in the pocket of the mayor. No, I don't. No, I don't. No. Where'd that come from anyway? I'm curious. Where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? Which any pharma company in particular? And how would that block the Raiders issue? Curious to know. How would that block the Raiders issue? I don't know. Richard says, I always said, build a venue, call it the same thing, and force them to play in it because the lease says Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum. It's an interesting idea. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of, building. There's a lot of housing. But there isn't a lot of going on in terms of a lot of new jobs. I want to see more new jobs. Sauce says it's been deeply ruined the Bay Area. I missed that. See, every time I turn away, if you pay in the super chat, then I can see your comment. It sticks there. But otherwise, it comes up for 1 second, then it dissolves away, and I can't see it. See, when I'm on my laptop, it's different. Joe Jackson's in Maryland. He sees this as a waste of time. Build in Oakland, period. Yes, build in Oakland. Build in Oakland, definitely. Definitely. I've got my feelers out for some more news myself. I'll keep everybody posted. I should have a better picture of it next week, okay? I really should. Hey, by the way, if you're a cook, Farley's is hiring. Zinni, you need to look into the pharma company exposed them. Which company? Let me know. Okay, send me an email and inform me about, what you're talking about. Okay, send me an email. So, thank you. Do you have my email? It's Zinni at Zinni62. The thing about this, hold on a second. I can see all live chat messages, but it won't let me respond. Hold on a second. Thank you. It's let me put this out. I'm tweeting out. I'm putting something out by a Twitter right now. That's why you don't hear me saying anything. He's saying, "What's that weird expression on his face?" Right? That was what that was. I was tweeting out something. Yeah, I got to wake up at 4 a.m, so I just had to get out and talk and run this live stream. I may do another one from San Francisco a little later. I always wanted to experiment with this, but hey, if you want your comment seen, $2 into Super Chat would be great. You'll get shares in Zinni62 Media. Keep that in mind. Also, So anyway, I'm going to sign out now, folks. About 30 minutes. I will talk to everybody later. And remember, UNLV is making it. Oh, thank you, Jamal. Oh, Jamal, thank you for the investment. Thank you. And I will thank you very much. And I will get you your shares today. Thank you. Ms. Christian says, I wondered the fake job flyers from, if the fake job flyers was from Local 872. No, it wasn't. It was from a guy named, Stanley Wilkinson, who is an activist. And he didn't think it was a fake job flyer. He was trying to notify people by being, what's the term? Hyperbolic. But it wasn't a good idea to be hyperbolic when you're talking about people who need jobs, okay? That just wasn't a smart thing to do at all. And that's what he did. So I think, Scott Willis, I think Oakland is hoping that Vegas makes it more difficult to build there than in Oakland. Yeah, and I think it already is. That's exactly what's happening. I think that's exactly what's going on. That is exactly, I believe, what's going on. Because, look, it takes $4 billion total to build there, maybe 4.5. I'm talking about the stadium, plus all the needed infrastructure costs, the $1 billion that the Department of Transportation Nevada says has to be paid, on top of the stadium costs, and the moving costs and the relocation fee, okay? So you put all that together, and that's an expensive haul. But that $1 billion in infrastructure costs, over that, really, that's, whew. That area is not ready to have a stadium. Right. $4 billion. That area, Las Vegas is not ready for the NFL without that kind of infrastructure planning. It just is not, okay? It just isn't. It just isn't. No two ways about it. All right, everybody, I'll see you guys. And it seems that there's more, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Watch. It's going to get worse. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Exactly. Subtract $3 billion and build in Oakland. That's all that needs to be done. But see, here's the thing: if they do that, UNLV will get its stadium anyway. All right, that they don't have to worry about it. Sheldon Adelson will come over. He'll put some money in. Everything will be fine. So, yeah, that'll be. Yeah. Why can't the Coliseum be renovated by? It can be. It can be, Karen. It's just that Mark Davis didn't want that. He wanted a whole new stadium. But the Coliseum to me is hallowed ground. There's a lot. Something else too with the Coliseum? It's cheap. Yeah, not only that, the Coliseum really arguably is a landmark. A lot of sports history there. And not only is it a landmark with a lot of sports history, keep this in mind. The Coliseum survived the 1986 Loma Prieta earthquake. Yeah, Richard, I agree with you. It should be treated like Lambeau Field, like Soldiers Field or Lambeau Field. That's right. That's right. It should be. It should be. But again, Vegas deserves its own new events center and stadium, but wow. And Las Vegas will not be ready for FOI 2025. I can't see 2020. I can't. At some point, the demand to have pro sports in Las Vegas, that dam is going to break. It's breaking already. Well, it broke. You got hockey, right? You've got hockey with respect to the. You've got hockey with respect to the Las Vegas Golden Knights, right? And next you'll have probably an NBA team, all right? So you'll have that as well. And you'll have the NBA team. You'll have the Golden Knights. The whole point is the dam is already breaking. You've already got that going on. In its entirety, okay? So you have that. So by the time, if you think about it, you've got NFL should have rotated teams through Las Vegas so every team had a shot. That's a good idea, Richard. That's a good idea. I need to write that out and see how that would, pencil out. That's an interesting idea. I like that. Something else too. So you got the NFL. You've got, even if the NFL doesn't happen, I don't see baseball happening anytime soon, but I do see the NBA happening, okay? I see the NBA happening. I see maybe about 5 years down the road. And I think the NBA is the best draw. The NBA is the best, all right? I really do. NBA is the best draw. Yeah. Hey, folks. All right. It's 41 minutes. I'm going to bid adieu. I will see you all later. Don't forget the thumbs up on the way out. I'll see you guys later. Richard, send me an email, okay? Send me an email. And remember, check out Farley's, 33 Grand Avenue, Oakland. I'll see you guys. All right. Have a great evening, everybody. And I'll do another live stream later this evening. And then I have to shut off and get ready for Comic-Con. See you guys later. Goodbye. Thank you for the great questions, Karen. Thank you, Jamal, for the investment. Your shares will be delivered tonight. Thank you very much. I'll see you. Thank you. Thank you.